Hello, my lovelies. I'm Orla Allen Medium and Orla Allen Author, and I have some cards for you. But just before that, I may decide to close this page and just work from my author page in the future. I'll decide in the next kind of week or two. So if you want to give my author page to keep up with the card readings that we follow, please feel free to do so if you don't already. Right, so for today's readings, we have, or for today's card even, cards. I'll hopefully learn to speak. Right, so the first card we have is the Devil card, and it's quite an interesting spread because we've got the Devil card, we've got the Tower card, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Devil card talks about the devil being in the detail, and I kind of feel like there's a lot going on with this spread, mostly because of this Devil card at the start and the Nine of Pentacles at the end. So what it's talking about is, firstly, the devil is in the details, okay? And I feel like this is talking about a person rather than paperwork. I feel like there's somebody who's in your life, whether you're aware of it or whether you're allowing yourself to be consciously aware of it, who isn't serving their purpose, okay? So it could be a friend, it could be a co-worker, it could be whoever within your life. But whatever their purpose is or whatever their role is for you, they're not serving it to their full potential, okay? Now, this could be somebody who's talking behind your back and stuff like that, but I don't really feel like that's what it is. I feel like it's more somebody who, say a partner who doesn't look out for your needs, but you always look out for theirs, or a work colleague who leaves you to do all the work, and they don't do their fair share. Somebody who takes credit for your work, that sort of scenario. That's what this Devil card very much feels like. It feels like the details of a person aren't quite right. Now, this doesn't feel like it's your details. This feels like it's somebody very close to you or somebody who you come in contact with a lot. And there's just a couple of little things about them which isn't sitting right with you, which isn't working with you. And I kind of feel like for a while you've buried your head in the sand and you haven't really admitted to yourself that they're not pulling their weight, that they're kind of, taking advantage almost of you. And I kind of use that a little bit loosely, because it's not, if they are taking your credit, then obviously they're taking advantage of you. But it kind of feels like, it just feels like they're not as invested in the situation as they should be. They're not as invested as you expect them to be or they've promised to be. So that's very much what the Devil card's talking about. Now, the Tower card is kind of talking about where we're aiming for our dreams. So we're aiming for our goal. We're focused on what it is we want, or we've got an idea of what we want, and we're trying to work towards that. Now, this Tower card comes forward to kind of talk about where this person, this Devil card, is involved in this Tower card. So whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, this person that's letting you down, that's not, not fulfilling their role within your life, you kind of need them to achieve your Tower card, to achieve your goals. And I kind of feel like, because of what the Tower card is, I feel like it's coming forward to say that there's going to be either a bus stop or there's going to be something that you can't look away from, okay? Something where this person's really going to let you down, and you can't ignore it anymore. So I kind of feel like you've a wee bit like an ostrich. You've got your head in the sand, and you're not dealing with what it is you need to deal with where this person's concerned. So this Tower card's coming forward. Now, the Tower card usually brings with it devastation, okay? And while I don't feel like this situation is going to completely devastate you like a Tower card normally would, I feel like this person is going to devastate you. And that sounds a lot worse than it is. But what I mean is, you're going to really see them for who they are. You're going to see them for the lack of empathy. You're going to see them for their lack of commitment. You're going to see them for how much they genuinely don't care, was what I was going to say. And I don't feel that that's necessarily true. I feel like there is elements of them where they have got a care inside, which is why you've been letting it go on for so long. But I feel like this devastation, this Tower card, is coming forward to let you see that you need to write this person off, or you need to walk away from this person. Because next up we have the Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles talks about your finances or your abundance. So your finances, that's self-explanatory. Your abundance are things which give your life quality. So it could be laughs, it could be friendship, it could be healing, whatever it is that you would consider abundance in your life. So whatever it is that you need in your life, and whatever it is that this person's supposed to be providing that they're not. This Nine of Pentacles comes forward. Now, it's an interesting one because there's 4 leaves around the outside. I don't know if you can see that on the card in the video, but there's 4 leaves, or 4 leaves. There are 4 feathers around the outside. Now, 4 is talking about stability. Okay, and obviously your pentacles are in the centre of the card there. I'm doing this in my recording booth, which is why it's blue and why it isn't very clear in the camera. Anyway, so the Nine of Pentacles is talking about where the door's about to close. Okay, so you've seen this person for what they are, and you've said enough's enough, and you're not going to go back there. But the 4 feathers in the card talks about where it brings stability. Okay, so as much as this tarot card is bringing devastation, this Nine of Pentacles is talking about where it's for the best, and it's almost like you're relieved after it because you can now close the door on it, and you don't have to think about it, you don't have to worry about it, you don't have to do anything with it. You can just walk away from the situation because you know you gave that person every single chance that they were that you wanted to give them, or that they were entitled to. You've more than given them their chance, and they just simply have let you down at every kind of toss and turn where you've needed them. So this is, it sounds quite negative, it sounds quite devastating, but I feel very positive with this outcome because I feel like this is what you need, and it's almost like you're not going to cut this person out of your life unless you have this tarot card, unless this devastation happens. Now, I don't feel like this devastation is going to be completely major, but it's going to be a turning point for you, and it's going to be a point where you go, right, you know what, you couldn't be there for me. If you couldn't be there for me with that, no, try that again. If you couldn't be there for me, then, you know, in this situation, then that's it. I'm done. I'm finished. Don't want it anymore. Okay? And that is where the relief comes. That's where the kind of the positive side of it comes, because you're able to leave that person behind and know fine well that you've dealt with that situation. Now, if this is a working situation, obviously I'm not talking about you leaving your job, but it's a point where you can draw a line in the sand and say, look, this needs to change. It's not going to continue this way, where you either speak to a superior or you speak to the person directly and say, look, you're not getting credit for my work anymore. I'm going to make sure everybody knows exactly what's mine and what's yours. And I don't feel like there's any kind of vindictive side with that for you. I just feel like you're drawing the line on the sand and you're saying, I'm not doing this anymore. And I kind of feel like there's discussions and there's talks and stuff that come out of this, which are all leading you to this positivity, which are all leading you to where you should have been all along. But you're able to finally close the door in that situation. Okay, so I hope this resonates with you, and I hope the situation isn't too taxing on you. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will speak to you all again soon.